Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Avery Henningsen, and I'm joined alongside by Caden Trenoweth. Welcome to the second Husson University men's soccer game of the 2020 season here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles are set to take on the Emerson Lions in this matchup here today. Caden, what do you think is the key for both these teams in order to get a win in this one?
For Emerson, it's staying in the game. Last game, they tied 2-2, but they were leading for most of that game, only letting up goals in the 77th and the 84th minute. So they gotta sit back, play all 90 minutes if they want to win this game. They're a very talented team. Only lost one senior, went to the conference championship last year. And for Husson, I'm gonna say it's that strong wing play. We saw that last game when they were playing Wentworth. That strong wing play had a lot to do with it, as with their counterattacks.
These two teams know a lot about playing other strong teams. The Eagles, reigning NAC champions here in the Northeast, whereas Emerson out of Boston lost in the championship game in the new MAC last season. Babson College 1-0 in that one. So this Emerson team is not a team to kind of be skipped over. Sometimes you face other teams in some of the other Division III kind of leagues out there that aren't as talented. But the NUMAC's a very competitive group out there. So this is going to be a tough one, especially for the Eagles, I think, in this one. I think this is Emerson's game to kind of take home potentially, but this Eagles team is talented enough to kind of surprise a lot of people out there.
We should have a really talented game, a really fun 90 minutes to commentate on. It should be fun watch.
Eagles won their previous game of the season 3-2 over Wentworth Institute of Technology. That was a very fun one to watch as well. Late goal freshman Leonardo D'Amico to bring that one home for the Eagles, as well as a couple other ones. The Eagles will have reigning first-team goalkeeper Alex Rechsteiner back in goal for this one. That will be a big piece for them. Towards the end of that one, they were down to kind of, not necessarily their third-string goalkeeper. The starter in that game suffered an injury and departed from there. And then Rechsteiner didn't play, so now they have that player back.
Emerson College taking on your
we'll hand this one over to Joseph Swanson for the PA
the NCAA
starting lineups and the national.
Good sponsorship by the student athletes, coaches, and spectators at tonight's contest. Request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Boucher Field. For this afternoon's contest. First for the visiting Lions, a senior forward, number 11, Thomas Chiwaki. In goal, a freshman, number 33, Beckett Hobbs. A junior forward, number 5, Theodore Oshara. A senior midfielder, number 6, Ben Deeming. A senior defender, number 7, Aaron Tyler. A freshman forward, number 9, Luke Maxwell. A senior defender, number 17, Cameron Arendt. A freshman midfielder, number 18, Thomas Polino. Number 19, Evan Lee. A junior defender, number 22, Gregory Capenanzo. And a freshman defender, number 23, Henry Fogel. The Lions is under the direction of head coach Liam McCursey. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Husson University Eagles. In goal, a junior from Lucerne, Switzerland, number 1, Alex Recksteiner. A senior from Concord, New Hampshire, number 6, Mosi Masimango. A junior from Los Rozas, Spain, number 4, Pedro Molina. A junior from Madrid, Spain, number 9, Mario Alvarez. A freshman from Madrid, Spain, number 15, Hugo Jopez. A junior from Huelva, Spain, number 17, Domingo Infante. A sophomore from Caracas, Venezuela, number 21, Carlos Echevers. A sophomore from Caracas, Venezuela, number 22, Miguel Morales. A freshman from Bogota, Colombia, number 23, Alejandro Castellanos. A freshman from Porto, Portugal, number 27, Miguel Dubajan. And a junior from Frumfeld, Switzerland, number 30, Florian Gasser. The Eagles are under the direction of head coach Gavin Penny. He's assisted by Matt Goodman and Mitch Matsugemba. There'll be no national anthem.
And back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, we will be getting underway here in just a moment. This will be an exciting matchup. I think one of the key missing players in this one for the Eagles, Ben Shumway, will not be playing in this game. One of their leading defensive players, team leaders as well out there on the field. A graduate student who is a very, very strong defender out there. I think he saved at least one goal, if not many more, at least one direct kind of save out there on that kind of sliding play we saw last Friday night versus Wentworth.
It is a big loss, but your teammates got to step up, fill the role. We're still not in conference play, so we could see some tryout type opportunities for these Husson Eagles.
Not sure who exactly will slide back to play in that same kind of role. For Shumway, I'm going to guess that Infante and Molina will definitely be back there. And it would probably be one of Morales or Castellanos who slides back into that other outside back role. Eagles, a lot of offensive players out there in this starting lineup, some very talented group.
Eagles also did a very good job in the counterattack last game, but I'm going to say that's still something they have to look out for against themselves. They love to rush on that defensive front. Shumway's not back there to protect as much, so you got to watch out when the defense rushes. Counterattack opportunities for Emerson could open up.
It will be Dubahal taking over that right back position. Speedy freshman. We just kind of put him out there, make sure you keep that Emerson attack from getting up there. The Eagles will start with this ball wearing the green uniforms, moving right to left against the all-purple Emerson Lions uniforms out there. And we're just moments away here from the opening kickoff. Alvarez will start this one off to Molina. They do the same long ball thing we saw last week versus Wentworth. This one sent over the top towards Gasser, but knocked away by Emerson. Eagles trying to start this one off quickly. And Molina's going to send this one up. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a very physical game here today, just from watching this opening kind of couple seconds. I think I was just kept in the air by 6 or 7 different guys.
Both these teams have very talented groups of players. We're going to see a bunch of skills On display today.
Fonte keeps that one in front of them. Masamongo out wide. Cuba Hall just not in time on that one. And some clock issues on the scoreboard. This one will get back underway here as Emerson will send one up the line. This one's won by Masamongo, but a pass over the top. Infante goes in for the header and clears it. Thomas Chuaki is a player definitely to watch on the offensive side. 5 goals last season, tied for first on the team. Captain now, senior player for them. Has that experience play and the skill up there. It's like a tall offensive striker. This Eagles defense, not exactly the tallest players out there. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to activate Chuaki kind of in the air. Infante up over the top towards Gasser, cleared away by Emerson. What have you seen here in this first kind of opening couple minutes, Caden?
Right now, it just seems like a very physical. The ball goes up in the air. Both teams want to come down with it.
And Gasser gets pulled down in the box. That might be a card as well, as Gasser had a clear run to the goal on that one, got dragged down by the goalkeeper. That will be a penalty kick coming up.
Surprised that's only a yellow. That was a clear line right to the goal. That's typically a red.
Like you
Yellow
said,
card issued to Emerson.
I was expecting that to be a red card on that one. Obviously still early in the game, but that's one of those plays that fairly certain. Usually those type of plays is just an instant ejection when a player has a clear, there's a kind of a missed pass in there. Gasser had the goal when Sides got tackled pretty much from behind on that one. Mario Alvarez will be teeing this one up for the penalty kick.
This is a big moment right here. Set the tone.
Alvarez 1 for 6 in his career for the Eagles penalty kicks. He's been their leading penalty taker his last couple seasons. And he buries it home in the bottom corner. The Eagles go up 1-0 in this one. Early lead for them. Only 2:10 ticked off of this clock, and what a way to start for the Eagles.
Eagles penalty kick goal.
Emerson's lucky to have their starting keeper still in there after that play. They'll have to live with the 1-0 deficit, though, as they'll be fighting back early.
That's 2 free kick goals here for Alvarez over 2 games. Obviously scored that big Olympico corner kick goal in the last game. That was kind of a little bit of a tide-changing moment in that one. This one sent out wide. And this one continued to be moved around by the Eagles. Has a slip there, but Emerson Might still have the legs to get to this one first. This one sent in quickly to Echeverse. Lopez with it now. He's going to try to cross this one back to the middle, but saved by an Emerson player. Lions send this one up towards Infante. I'll see Mongo will come away with it in the middle. A few moves inside will slow it down, send it back to the defense. Molina with it here on the left back position. He'll send it towards Gasser, just a little bit too far in front of him. And this one's going to be up towards Infante, who's going to send it up the right line.
Castellanos and Morales have a lot of room to roam right now. Husson might look to give them the ball soon.
A nice play there by Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner played some in the field back during his high school days. Definitely has some very strong footwork. We saw it a lot last season. He's almost like an 11th player out there for the Eagles, and he'll just send this one wide after some strong Emerson pressure.
Oh, we got another player tying their shoe. Saw this in the women's game. They almost scored off of that.
And this throw in here, incoming for Emerson. This one sent sky high. Dubahal there to send this one wide. That's my bad.
You just gotta make sure you refresh and go down. It puts them as the old.
Molina with it now here on the left back position. We've seen him make a lot of long runs in this one. I don't think he'll do it early in this one. We're going to definitely try to test out this Emerson offense before sending him up the field. We saw one of those runs for that final goal versus Wentworth, Caden.
Yeah, I expect when he does make a run, I expect it to be during those corner kick, free kick opportunities where they start pulling defenders down to get more bodies in the box, and Molina has free room as soon as he gets the ball to just go. And that's where he's most dangerous.
Well, that final goal versus Wentworth was scored by D'Amico, but I think it was very much set up by Molina, who made kind of a full field cross diagonal run all the way up there, got a shot on, and bounced it off the goalkeeper, bounced its way straight to D'Amico. Talking to him after the game, gave all the credit to his older teammate in Molina for that one. Morales taking it up the wing now. He's going to cut inside, send it across field. This one sent into the box. Lopez almost gets a foot on it. He's going to keep a hold of it. He has Alvarez at the top, will turn and shoot instead. Had Alvarez wide open there.
I would have liked him to see go to Alvarez. I think Alvarez had no one in front of him, no one but the keeper. He had a clear shot if it was just a little hard through ball for him.
And I really think that's one of those kind of plays that when you're young as a player, they're sometimes hard to make. You're used to kind of like when you get that ball right there, that's when you take that shot. But for a team that's as talented as the Eagles, there's always going to be another guy open out there that he can learn from and kind of send that ball up. Right there, you see the presence of Rechsteiner out there. That he can just come out and clear that one 20 yards outside of his own box. Like I said, kind of plays almost as a sweeper for this defense sometimes.
Which is huge when you got only 3 defenders back there, knowing the defense might try some long balls on you. To have the gifted feet of Rechsteiner back there making plays, it's going to be huge.
He also gives you just kind of a passing option that as a defender sometimes you don't always have an outlet play, and he can just send it straight back over towards him.
And that's kind of been a new style around all of soccer. We see it a lot in the Europe, Saw it a lot in the World Cup as well. Teams utilizing their goalkeeper, using that 11th man instead of just letting him stay between the posts.
That one might have gone out of bounds, but that was a great step there by Molina. Just clear that one wide. This one looped over the top, trying to get a head on it. Fonte is going to send this one up towards Gasser. Tries to get a flick onto Lopez. Castellanos, you see streaking up there. Eagles, a lot of young talent out here. Echeverse up to Gasser. If Gasser can get a toe, that's a handball on that one.
That's going to be another, that might be another card for him. That was a clear opportunity for Husson, and there it is, another yellow early on for this Emerson team. A lot of players in that backfield picking up cards.
They put his arm kind of out. You can see it kind of chicken winged it out there. That's one that a lot of kind of those plays that if it hit you at that same spot with your arm down, that doesn't get called. Just kind of because of the nature of him putting his arm out, I think, led to that call. Now the Eagles here, good free kick opportunity. Alvarez is going to put this one that was meant to be put on frame, but probably 10 yards over the crossbar.
Watched too much of that Husson football game yesterday.
It's a difficult distance, though, to just take those because you need to be able to give it a lot of power from that distance where it's just too easy for the goalkeeper, but then you also have to try to control that power, keep it down.
As long as getting it around the wall, standing 10 yards in front of you.
And here's a breakaway up the middle. There's players open in the middle, but Infante is going to usher this one out. And so we have throw in for Castellanos. He's about 10 yards further up the field than where that one went out. And then Dubahall is going to step to that one after losing it on the throw-in. Eagles a little one-touch passing here. Nice ball all the way across to Morales. Morales is going to lose the touch on it. Nice little move to recover, though. He has a player on that right wing. Doesn't manage to make the pass quite away. Lopez.
Now Husson's got to look out. Morales is caught deep in the middle instead of playing his wing position.
I know last year he played a lot of that central midfield, not exactly a winger. And sometimes it'd be hard transitioning between those two positions. You're used to playing kind of in the middle, and then once it's not so hard if you stay out on the wide wing, but then as soon as you kind of move in, then you want to settle back into that position that you played earlier. And Masamongo helps a player to his feet. Rocky and him getting into a collision on that header. You see Masamongo, one of the nicest guys out there on the field. You know, he plays hard. Two or three guys a little bit bigger than this Husson squad up there on that far side. Retzschneider's going to get this one easily, though. That's one thing to watch out for in this one. The Lions, that is, have a little bit of a height advantage.
Yeah, I noticed that when they were warming up, Emerson looked really tall compared to our Husson Eagles, but.
And we saw it, I remember watching the Eagles last season in the kind of post-NAC tournament playoffs that they had. They played Amherst right off the bat. And Amherst was a team that, I want to say 8 out of the 11 guys that were over 6 foot, and the Eagles just struggled kind of 50-50 ball in the midfield against that very height-dominant team. And this Emerson team isn't huge, but they definitely have a few guys well over that 6-foot mark. Whereas the Eagles make with Shumway out of there. Maybe a couple guys 5'11", but most of them are a lot of speedy midfielders. A lot of these guys like Gasser, Morales here right in front, and Alvarez right there. Some very talented footwork. Not exactly the greatest height. will be Eagles ball here. Topic of debate between those two teams right there in front of the benches. Molina's going to take this one towards Masamango. Dangerous ball there into the middle. And Dubahal is going to slow this one down. See Emerson right now doing a good job of kind of shutting down the passing options right there. Morales here wide open on this near side of the field. I'm not sure if you can quite see him right at the bottom of your frame there. But on the near side, you don't really have much open out there. And could have been a foul call, I think, on that one on Lopez, or for Lopez's favor, that is. This one trying to send one over the top. Rechsteiner will come out and clear that one. Sky high towards Morales. That's a shove in the back potentially on that one. Like I said, I think I mentioned it within the first 30 seconds of this one. This is going to be a physical game on our hands today, Caden.
Yeah, Emerson picked up a couple cards early, but hasn't slowed them down. They're still playing physical. Normally, if you see cards come out of the ref's pocket early, kind of calms down tensions, but Emerson's still playing that aggressive type of soccer.
Feels like I've seen 3 or 4 plays by both teams here recently that are borderline fouls.
That one's going to be...
That one, I think, is just on the edge of the 18. A yellow card going towards Infante. Right as we were talking about it right there, Caden.
Number 17, Domingo Infante.
Yeah, that one is another borderline red. Looked like Infante was that last defender. But this is a dangerous free kick opportunity for Emerson. Try to tie this game back up.
This will be a direct kick from only 2 or 3 feet outside of the 18, I think. The Eagles are definitely going to try to slow this one down. You can see Alvarez standing right on this. Referee's going to walk him off 10 yards here. It'll be Deeming and Chuaki standing over this one. Chuaki's going to take this one direct. Rechsteiner gets in front of it. Chuaki tried to curl that one just in front of the near side of the wall. Good job by Rechsteiner, save that one, and crisis averted for now for the Eagles. Both teams now with their center backs dealing with a yellow card. Not a position that you want to have that guy be able to make the foul if he needs to, kind of thing, and take that yellow card, which is what Infante did there. But sometimes it's kind of up to that player to sort of take one for the team and get that foul.
That in the defensive midfield spot, those are tough positions to pick a foul up early. As I said, it normally calms tensions, but this game has been aggressive from the start.
Taken away by Gasser, but poked wide. This one a long ball up top towards Chuaki. Rechsteiner didn't even pick this one up quite yet. So with the ball at his feet, he'll scoop this one up. He does that a lot, that he just kind of waits till the last moment to do something. This one sent sky high, well past the half field line. Lopez gets a toe on that in a battle right now. One taken quickly. Rechsteiner comes in, gets the header, wipes out a couple players in the process.
Rechsteiner has looked great these first 20 minutes.
That one almost to Lopez, clean through. That was a great play on that one by Rechsteiner. If he doesn't get a piece of that, that one might go over the top of him. Like we said, almost feels like a striker playing goalkeeper out there. there's a couple little extracurriculars after that play, something to keep an eye on too. These two teams have already gone a little bit chippy here, only 20 minutes down.
We got this window open up here, and you can hear it.
And that was Etcheverse who almost made a sweet little play around the backside. It was Evan Lee who gets called for the foul. He was the one who was just involved with Retzsteiner at the opposite end of the field. Etcheverse is going to take this one lefty up top towards number 23, Castellanos up there. He'll kick this one well wide.
Something to keep an eye on. Every time Emerson has gotten beat so far by a player, they've just committed a foul in its place. It's happened 3 times, 2 of them resulting in cards. Something to keep an eye on early on in this game.
Duba Hall will send it all the way back to Retzsteiner here. Definitely, like you said, though, I have to keep an eye on. There's already just like multiple little kind of wars breaking out there on the field.
It all depends on the man in the middle, dressed in orange, how long he lets this go on.
Etcheverse makes a nice little move to Lopez. Lopez tries to hand it off to Etcheverse just a tad too late. Masamongo in the middle here. And there will be a foul called there. Alvarez will hold on to that one for just a second longer, let his defense kind of reset. Trying to send one over the top. Lena will be fouled on that one. I think so far, in my opinion, I think the referee's done a pretty good job in this one. Sometimes you see referees just kind of let it play out and then it gets out of hand. He's done a good job of just kind of showing that he's not going to allow teams, for these two teams, to get away with stuff. Molina making one of those runs now. He's going to send this one up top.
He's off screen, but that was a great play by Morales, stepping back into Molina's spot when Molina took that run.
Emerson sub.
That's good coaching right there. When teams can kind of, they don't even have to communicate. They just kind of know that when this guy moves up, that guy drops back.
It's a sign of good coaching and good chemistry with your team, which is very important to see in this early going of this season.
So Mongo trying to make a move through middle. Etcheverse will get a hold of it. Knocked in the back. They'll call a foul on that one. A lot of whistles here early. So Mongo just trying to start this one off early. Called back by the referee. Etcheverse with it. And just send this one short to Masamongo, back to him. Eagles playing small ball here in the middle of the field. Etcheverse trying to send Castellanos over the top. Castellanos winning the foot race, but too far for him. And right there, just there's a lot of little stuff kind of after the play, it seems like, in this one.
I think that was just a very, very nice way of saying, hey, I'm fast, you're fast too. Let's give each other a pat on the back extra hard.
And the Eagles trying to pressure this one offensively. Molina's going to step. He has room in front of him. Sends it off of a player. Nice little spin here. Molina's a player that plays a lot of defense but can almost feel like an extra offensive player out there. Nice header by Maxwell. Retzsteiner stepping in front. Sends this one way up there. Counterattack opportunity here for the Eagles. That was a, I got scared there for a second for Retzsteiner. That's one of those ones. Maxwell, full head of steam, could have kind of easily cleaned him out on that play. The Eagles team continuing to pressure the Lions. And this one sent to the back here. Defense adjusts, shut that one down. Cleared out wide by Molina. Eagles team continuing to just kind of dog that back defensive line. And taken early, Infante gets a toe on it. I think that was an important toe. Maxwell going through the middle. Morales manages to get a foot on it. Taken away by an Emerson player. And a great defensive stand there by Morales.
Morales did a great job filling in after that first defender was beat. That's what your wing position is there for.
And a great ball over the top by Alvarez. Lopez on the end of it and takes a shot off the goalkeeper, keeps it in. This one's not over with as Lopez tries it to get it to Gasser. Cleared wide for a corner kick.
Husson is going defense to offense very, very quickly. This is something that they struggled with in their first game against Wentworth. And now they're doing it with rapid speed, utilizing the speed on the outside and up front.
That can really wear a team down when a team is counterattacking well. It's making your defense run up and down the field over and over again at full speed. Lopez right now surrounded by 4 or 5 different Emerson players.
Husson slowly crowding that keeper again. Saw this on Friday.
And see what gets called here. We saw a goal get called back from foul. This one just too far and wide. The Eagles like to run that kind of corner kick play. I think it can be really effective out there of just, it gets in a goalkeeper's head, it gets in the defense's head. You're not used to just being crowded on those type of plays. You're used to teams lining up at the 18 and kind of running in rather than starting all the way there. Petroverse gets a foot on that one. Nice defense by him yet again.
They obviously did score on that one play. But one thing to look out for, they overshot the net twice. Might have to think about putting someone on that far edge of the box, edge of the post, clean up the mess.
And a deep throw in motion here. I think that's Maxwell. He's going to send this one all the way into the 6. That one goes straight off of a player's face. That will be something to watch out for, though. Maxwell's ability to send this one right from the sideline into kind of the penalty area. Lopez steps in front of that. Morales, another good defensive play out there. Earning his stripes out there on the field.
We talked about before the game, this game being a non-conference matchup, we might see Gavin Penny empty the bench a little bit, see what he's got. But this game right now, the feeling of it, I feel like both these coaches want to win. All these players want to win.
And Emerson with this one will send it up to the middle. Molina will commit a foul there in the middle. Emerson will take this one right about in the middle of the field, trying to float this towards the back post, I would think. See those 3 big players up there kind of lining up. This one sent over the top. This is a good ball. Just too far in front of Cade Mallett out there. It's the big center back. Didn't really have heights on the Emerson website, but I'd put him around 6'3", 6'4" out there.
We'll just say he's tall.
We'll just say he's a tall guy out there. He's taller than anybody on this Husson starting group. Mongo will lose it here in the middle. And nice play there by Emerson. Masamongo, a very difficult player to take the ball from and keep the ball from when he's kind of head hunting like that. This one sent up. Redsteiner caught a little bit off guard on that one, but good job by him just kind of backing up, taking that one calmly. It'll be hard footwork-wise sometimes when you're trying to kind of backpedal. Molina takes this one across the middle.
Redsteiner does scare me every once in a while, but plays great.
Welcome to the broadcast, Caden. I think he gave me about 30 heart attacks last year. But he's a great, great goalkeeper out there. And again, he's not going to pick this one up quite yet. They're not going to pressure him. There's no reason for him to pick this one up as he takes it. And not quite sure what happened on that one. It looked kind of like Milwaukee had a few things to say after Redsteiner kind of took that one slowly. I think part of the reason he does that is really to just kind of psychologically mess with the offense a little bit. They're used to him just kind of picking that up and taking it away. When you make them come and get it, you definitely annoy people.
Also tires that offense out a little bit, making them come all the way to the end of the box. Redsteiner offering him the ball.
This one will be back to Redsteiner. He'll give this over to Infante.
No pressure coming from Emerson right now. They're sitting back.
This one taken away in the middle. Molina's going to win that one back almost. Milwaukee's going to send a ball out wide. Dubahal needing to get there. This one high over the fence out into the parking lot. That one might be down in the little duck pond out there. Redsteiner sending this one sky high. This will be a battle in the air for that one. This will be Emerson ball here just in front of us. Ball in over the top off Milwaukee. Molina's going to send this one just out. The Eagles have been kind of on the back heels here for about 5-10 minutes. Looking at trying to get something just up the field. Foul there in the middle. Referee will talk to Gasser. That was Copenazos who went down on that one. Another one of these big goal scorers for this team. Junior listed as a defender, but has scored a lot of goals for this team. Being left kind of wide open out here on the right. Morales has an eye on him, but he's wide enough that he could get possession of it pretty easily, I think. He will get possession down that corner, tries to send one across. Morales clears it wide. Can't tell if that was for a corner or a throw-in. It looks like a corner kick. Doesn't really matter, it seems, for this team. Maxwell with the power to get a throw-in out there. So. One way long. This will be out back. Emerson player out there to collect it. Molina's going to take it away from him. Off of Molina, though.
Enter the game for
Milwaukee will enter this one.
Osman.
Zach Osman will replace him up there. Maxwell sends this one in. Retzsteiner gets up there, gets a hand on it. This one sent up towards the middle. Great save by Molina right on the post. They'll say that one crossed, as it looked like Molina had gotten a foot on it and cleared that one. Retzsteiner didn't manage to get it cleanly off of the big throw-in, kind of sent back in towards the goal. Molina says he got it. It will be called a goal, and Emerson ties this one back up.
I don't know. That's a big impact right there. None of the referees really had anything to say other than goal, though. So they must be confident it crossed.
Morales to Etchevers. Etchevers has players on his right, gets fouled there. Etchevers had, I believe that's Castellanos out there on the right wing. I don't know if you saw that kid.
Yeah.
He was wide open up on that side.
The far wingers have been left wide open. Can't tell if Husson's picked up on it yet. If they can cross that ball early, those wingers have room to run.
That goal being given to Bouchara. Interesting goal for sure. Kind of one of those hard ones as a goalkeeper. I mean, obviously, we don't have VAR in the D3 soccer realm. I think that's one of those ones that you saw that same goal happen in the Premier League. That would get watched back several times. You'd have kind of that angle with the gray line and everything. They would definitely figure that one out to make sure it crossed that plane.
Then it would be trending on Twitter or X, whatever they call it now.
Morales sends this back to Retzsteiner. Fonte will take it up the middle. Dubahal is going to send this one way up the field. He's got Gasser there potentially, cleared wide by Emerson. It'll be an Eagles throw-in here deep in offensive territory. Hall is going to take this one. Seems like the opposite side of the field, a lot of room out there. This one sent to Alvarez. Nice touch there in the middle. Going to send one up over the top towards Morales. That one hit arm in the box. No call on that one. Be a throw there for the Eagles. That's another very, very close play that I think could go either way on that one. Definitely hit him on the upper part of the arm, but deep ball back to Infante. He's going to send one back up the middle. No one there. That's a Mongo steps. Infante will step. He'll get the second one. Mongo will be called for a foul on that one. The Eagles will slow them down just enough that can't play this one up the line.
One thing that looks very dangerous about Emerson on those free kick opportunities that they got around the midfield, they like to move quick, try to catch Husson napping, arguing with the refs.
That right there was beautiful between Molina and Alvarez. Lopez taking this one himself up the middle will slow it down back to Castellanos. Castellanos is going to send this one into the box towards Gasser. This one bounces at the top. This one passed back to the goalkeeper. Gonna clear this one wide. Castellanos had some room to run up there on that far side, chose to cross it in early.
I think that's one of those freshman minds in Castellanos. Didn't realize how much space he really had.
Nice move by Alvarez, sets it up with his left and just over the top of the crossbar. I think Alvarez would have liked that to be on his left foot right from the start there. Dominant leg, had to kind of push that back. Could have taken it right with his right, but a very far distance for kind of your off-footed shot.
This has been a great half of soccer from both of these teams. It's been a fun one to watch, fun one to call.
This one sent up to Mallet. This Emerson team intent right now to just pass around the backside. Wouldn't be surprised if in this couple final minutes of this first half we might see some offensive substitutions to see if fresh legs kind of catch them off guard a little bit.
Yeah, we saw it the other day with Wentworth. He was switching out the wingers at halftime, trying to get fresh legs out there, fresh minds, creating something new.
Coach Penny yelling to Castellanos to help the player to his feet. .6:30 and counting in this first half. And like you said, entertaining first half. This one sent towards middle. Masamongo sends it out. Masamongo sends this up to Castellanos. Cuba Hall is going to find Echeverse over to Masamongo. Back to Alvarez. Out wide. There's that space you were talking about, Caden. Morales has it there for just a second. Emerson will clear that one wide. Eagles with a chance here. Throw in a good spot. Obviously plenty of time for Emerson to kind of set up their defense. Eagles on the flip side will be able to set up that offense. Nice job there by Morales to keep that one in. That was a two-hand shove on that one. And we'll see if Gasser tries to fit this one in. See Molina going up there on the right side, one of the Eagles' best in the air on these type of plays. Not the biggest guy, but very strong at heading it out there. This one sent to the backside. Masamongo shoved to the ground. There was a whistle.
There's a foul on Husson somewhere. Don't know where exactly. Couldn't see it from my angle.
Goalkeeper calling it for his team to get up the field. This one sent up towards the right wing. Left wing, that is. It's going to make its way out.
32 we got. 32 for 9, thanks. Thank you.
This one will be out for an Eagles throw. 4 minutes now. Emerson continuing to make substitutions out there. The Eagles yet to make their first one. See a lot with Coach Penny. Likes to keep those first half guys in there for a while. We usually make at least 1 or 2 substitutions at halftime. Nice ball up the middle. Retzsteiner there, though. He'll clear this one up the right side. Lopez almost gets on the end of it.
I love how confident Retzsteiner is at all times to make that play. You see goalies shy away from that often.
Like I said, it's one of his best attributes, his ability to, this one sent middle. Gasser gets ahead on it, saved by the goalkeeper, though. That was a legitimate opportunity there for the Eagles. Like I said, Retzsteiner, great at just kind of stepping to those balls. Like, he kind of plays as almost another defender out there. You see a lot of goalkeepers kind of staying in their box. Retzsteiner, I think he's out of his box more than he's in his box out there. Jopez will go down in the middle, no call. Asamongo out towards Molina. Molina tries to find Alvarez. Dubahal gets on the end of that. Good step by him. Echeverse up top towards Morales.
That was great vision there.
Venezuelan connection on that one. As Morales sends it back to him. Still with the ball. He's going to lose it here. Picked up by Jopez. Makes a nice little move, but cleared by Emerson. Nice job by Infante and Molina to take care of that one. A missed pass there from Dubahal will give it right back to Emerson. This one sent up. That's going to be too far for Maxwell. Be an Eagles throw here. Going to get it to Castellanos, taken away by Emerson. Nice move inside and pass outside. He will be called for the offsides on that one. You saw Molina put his hand up right away. Minute left in this one.
That's a very underrated attribute of this Husson defense. They do a great job holding their line, catching the strikers off.
Eagles being told, try to get this one up the field. Get one last opportunity in this one. Don't give Emerson one more. So Mongo kind of collides with the referee on that one. That's going to waste some time here. Alvarez is going to send this out to Morales. 20 seconds here on the clock. Alvarez, 10 seconds on the clock. Echeverse just tries to send one up there. Still one more chance. Molina with it. Under 3 seconds. Needs a shot off. Will not get it. That will end the first half of play. An exciting one at that, Caden. 1-1 here going into the second half. We'll be back on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Avery Henningsen alongside Caden Trenoweth. And welcome back to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Avery Henningsen alongside Caden Trenoweth, and we have a tie ball game on our hands right here, Caden.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Coming down to the wire, 3 yellow cards already handed out, first 45. I only expect it to ramp up in terms of aggression from here.
Yeah, if you weren't watching that first half, both these teams got pretty chippy out there. There was goals from Idor Bouchara for Emerson, as well as a penalty kick goal from Mario Alvarez after goalkeeper tackled Florian Gasser for the Eagles in the box. Given a yellow card for that. Both center backs for these teams, in Cade Mallet and Domingo Infante, both have yellow cards as well. A couple things to watch out for in this one. Obviously, one mistake by either team could be costly. Looks like the Eagles are going to come out in this half with the same 11 who started this one and played the entirety of that first half. There was no players who came out for the Eagles in that one. So far in this second half, referees allowing a few things to get by right now. Both of those, I don't think were fouls, but they were kind of those borderline type plays that could be called either way. It'll be Eagles throwing coming up here.
Going back to Gavin Penny not deciding to use any subs, something he was known for last year. The only big difference is this has been an intense game. Typically wears players out a lot quicker, especially in this early part of the season.
Yeah, normally you wouldn't expect kind of a non-conference game. Obviously isn't as important as those conference games towards your end of the year schedule. But in a game like this versus Emerson, Emerson's known as a very strong team. This is definitely one you kind of, as Husson, you would love to win this one and kind of put your name out there as a team that can compete with the best of the best. This one sent over the top. Couple players there for the Eagles. Dubohol and Castellanos right there. Dubohol will kick that one off of an Emerson player, and it will be a goal kick for the Eagles. That's Shiner with the leg power to get this pretty much anywhere.
Castellanos did a great job blocking off the attacking player there, allowing his defender to come in, get it cleared.
Great touch there from Morales. He'll go inside with it. Got Echeverse. Gonna send this one out wide to Castellanos and open this whole second half out here on the wing. Gonna have running room, finds Echeverse. Echeverse back towards Castellanos. Just a little bit too inside for that one. A dangerous little pass back. Castellanos kind of lagging behind, almost got on the end of that. Lopez out back to Castellanos. Nice pass there. Lopez cuts inside with it. He gets hit hard. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Eagles, I think.
I think it's going to be a throw, and I think it just squeaked on the outside of that flag.
Lopez got hit hard after that one, but all ball before that hit. Turning inside, Jopez goes down, out for another throw in here for the Eagles. Castellanos will send this one towards Jopez. And that will be another throw in for the Eagles.
Oh, deja vu right here.
Finds Alvarez. Back out towards the middle. Hall steps to that. Out wide to Castellanos. Castellanos working his way around the outside. He'll get tripped up out there. There will be a corner kick, though. And we remember what happened to Alvarez was in this same spot just a game ago. Bent one into that back post. I'm sure Emerson might have watched the film of that game. Eagles not choosing. They are putting players up into the box now. This is what we've been seeing them from the start of the season.
On that back post.
This one hit up. Awesome. Mongo tries to get contact on it. Great little move there by Mongo to take that one away. Hall tries to keep in front of it. Rechsteiner coming in to be the sweeper yet again. Up top towards Molina, who's still up there. He's going to have to get back towards that left side. Roll short to the middle.
I think Husson could have been in a little bit of trouble there. If Emerson got that ball out quicker, with Pedro Molina coming back, no one was back there to help cover for him.
Nice job by Alvarez there to take that one away. Gasser with it now. Missed pass from Mongo. Clear run now for Emerson. Husson defenders closing and stripped away by Castellanos. Mongo raises his hand, acknowledging that one. It was just a missed pass a little bit behind him. Good job by the defense to have his back cover that one. With a corner kick here. Talked about it earlier. Emerson with a height advantage on these type of plays. Got it's like 2 or 3 guys out there who are good, kind of head and shoulders taller. Rechsteiner, though. Rechsteiner's hands are just as tall as any of those guys. Lopez closing fast. He'll take that one away. He's going to get fouled from behind. Eagles take it quickly. Gasser with it now. Trying to catch Emerson off guard. And nothing there. Molina will step to it. He'll take that one away. This Eagles defense playing well. Molina will take a shot. Gets fouled on that one. Molina will take his time getting up. Got hit pretty hard on that shot. Molina's just kind of an iron horse out there. Just see him running around all over the field. Defense, offense, plays the whole game. Very important weapon for this Eagles group. I'd be surprised if we see a short one to Alvarez if no one covers him here. This one's over the top. Trying to find Molina in the middle. Morales with some nice moves in the middle. He'll escape some pressure on that one. Castellanos tries to send it up to Molina, who's still up there. As Molina didn't manage to get a clean hit on that one. He'll finally head back to the defense.
He was timid on his runs in the first half, but has played most of this second half up in that striker area. Pedro Molina, player to watch down this stretch.
He often does that in the first half he's kind of watching these guys, trying to figure out what their offense does, as this one's a nice step here by Hall. Lopez with it. It's in the box. Fits one back across the 6. Almost an own goal on that one as it took off a couple players. Husson players calling for the handball. Etcheverse good there to just Etcheverst, good job there to just kind of slow that offensive pressure off. Couple players go down there. It will be Emerson ball coming back towards the Eagles. You see that fire starting to build back up in the second half. It felt fairly calm there for about 10 minutes. Couple hits, and now it's starting to build back up. These two teams have history from that first half.
This hasn't. Both these teams do not like to back down. Trying to show each other who's the king of the pitch right now.
It'll be a corner kick coming up, or goal kick that is coming up for the Eagles. Shiner plays this one short. Emerson trying to close this down. Nice pass up the wing towards Castellanos. He'll make it fast. Long ball back. This is one you can pressure as an offensive player out there. Lopez will collide.
This one might be a card. Sometimes you see it if you challenge a keeper too hard. Gaster's going to escape without one, though.
Got there right as that one was kind of coming off. Didn't seem like he was trying to really hit the goalkeeper. I think he was just trying to get in front of that one. Kind of caught his leg on the way up. That one won by Dubahal. Morales goes down in the middle. Now all of a sudden Emerson on the break. Molina trying to get back. Pass to the backside. This one just wide. As players go gliding into the backside of the goal there. Fonte goes and helps the guy up out there. That was a good play by Dubahal on the backside. That was a dangerous chance there for Emerson.
A risky challenge. If he doesn't get any of that ball, that is either going in the back of the net or it's going to be a penalty with a chance to take the lead for Emerson. Dubahal with a great challenge.
The Eagles will win that one by taking it quick. That was kind of a 50-50 one. Molina will step to this ball over the top, still running with him. They almost give it back to him. He had run room in front of him. Lopez that is, will lose this one. He's going to loop it back around. He's got Castellanos on his right. He'll find Castellanos. The Eagles are going to slow this one back down. Had a little bit of a chance there for just a second. I think if Molina had taken that kind of handoff a little cleaner. Alvarez will send this back to Molina. Molina going up the middle. He finds Etcheverst. Etcheverst with a little run from in front of him. Gives it to Dubahal. Dubahal is going to cut this back. Etcheverst looking to give himself a chance here. Cleared by Emerson. Masamongo will send it back in. Etcheverst just managing to not get a touch on it. Will get the second one. Has some great little one-touch pass in there from the Eagles inside. That's difficult to do out there in that tight space. Beautiful move there by Morales. Etcheverst tries to get out wide towards Castellanos. Conte will just clear this wide. whole host of substitutions coming in here for Emerson. Center back will come out of this one. Kenny Penny coming on for the Eagles. Speedy guy up top, trying to give Gasser a little breather. He's someone who can definitely push
Substitutions for Emerson.
top of this offense.
Number 14,
Be
George
a dog out there.
Number
Number
6,
4
Ben
just kind of
Deming.
get in players' heads
Number 11,
up on
Thomas
the offensive side of the ball.
And number 23, Henry Fogel. Entering the game for the Eagles, number 38, Kenny Penny.
Molina, great ball up towards Penny. Penny just trying to put it up towards Lopez. There you see Penny right there making an instant impact. Shiner will scoop that one up cleanly. Here you do. This is exactly what Penny was put in to do, just kind of pressure as much as he can up there, try to force an errant pass. That's exactly what the Eagles do.
Kevin Penny's finally starting to utilize that bench. Getting fresh legs out there.
And we'll see if those first guys are going to go back out there. As Nate Chamberlain will enter on this near side, take over that wing position. Chamberlain, a tenacious defender out there. We saw kind of in that Wentworth game, once the starters kind of came out, they didn't go back in there. This one's such a close matchup. It'll be interesting to see Coach Penny put some back in there. That kind of final, gives them 10 minutes break, puts them back in. The final 15 minutes of play. I think it depends probably on what happens during that kind of 15, 10 minutes of in between those substitutions. Alvarez towards Duval, who gets ahead on it. There'll be a yellow card awarded to Ben Deeming. And a lot of talk going on in the middle of this field this whole game. The referee finally stepping in, putting a stop to it.
To Emerson's number 6, Ben Deming.
And will be a goalkeeper ball here for Emerson. And Lopez will be called for that one. I got a hand on him. I don't think Lopez is a very well-liked player out there by his team. You often see that with the opposing team striker. His kind of job is to just kind of annoy the defense as much as possible out there. He's just been pushing that line the whole game. will stream down the line.
Husson substitution entering the game, number 8, Nico Puerta.
It'll be Nico Puerta who's going to enter the game for the Eagles. One of those freshmen to replace Etcheverse out there.
Really interested to see how these freshmen coming off the bench handle themselves in an intense game like this. Are they going to fall to the trash talk? Are they going to step up and just play their game?
It's a great point you make. It can be hard sometimes coming off the bench. You come in, you've been watching your teammates kind of get hit around all day. You want to come in and make an impact, show the team that you got their backs, but there's a level to that. You can't come in and just start kind of fouling people out there. This one over the top. Pass into the middle. Shot by Penny. Jopez gets a hand on it, but saved by the goalkeeper. Good hands on that one.
That was great setup play. Just couldn't get a good spin off the boot.
Good step there from Chamberlain. Will go out for throw. It will be up the field. This one passed back to the goalkeeper. And player goes down. Quick kick here will be called back by the referee, though. You got to let the ball kind of stop moving before you can put a foot on that one. Definitely a good idea, though. He had players open up that far side. One kick short. Just in front of us. Ball over the top. Infante gets a head on it. I think he was trying to kind of tip that one towards Rechsteiner. Obviously, header back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's allowed to play that one. Will be a corner kick here, though, which have been dangerous plays in this one so far.
This is where Husson's height comes into the question.
This will be taken short, and that shot sent into another stratosphere out there. That was both high, wide, and a long gone to the goal. Morales making some more moves in the inside of the field. His footwork surrounded by players. Be very beautiful to watch out there. Puerta getting right into it out there.
I feel like this ref has done a good job not calling the embellishment, but calling the real hard stuff.
Well, if both guys are kind of hitting into each other like that, and then one of them goes down, if it's kind of equal contact, it's really more one of the guys chose to go down first rather than a hard foul out there.
It will make that player that went down first extra mad, but it's the right call, especially this late in a physical tie game.
This one sent in to Masamongo. And the opportunity here for Emerson. Eagles defense shuts that down. goal scorer Bouchara will re-enter the game.
Number 5, Theodore Bashara.
So Emerson not kind of sitting down in this one. They're going to keep sending out those goal scorer players.
Rhett Steiner moving his forwards up, along with the defense.
This one sent way up there. This is going to make it over the first line. Huerta gets hit from behind on that one. No foul call. Nice step there from Polina, as he's going to get a foot on that. Huerta with it, slows it down, back to Jopez. Morales sends a nice ball up to Molina. And Eagles right now missing some players. Missed tackle there. Dubahal, the last player back. He'll get a foot on it. Not sure what they're going to call. See the referee's flag up. That might be an offsides call.
Dubahal has done a great job as that last line of defense. It's the second time he's made a good play like that with a slide tackle.
Number 2, Marcos Canate.
In a dangerous area.
You have to be very talented, kind of make that play, not get too much physical play out there.
You have to have really good game IQ to make a play like that in this stage of the game.
And Eagles managed to clear that one after some pressure from Emerson. This one's going to be in the middle here. Masamongo underneath it. Latte just entered the game for Alvarez. Lopez continuing to run around up there. This one sent across. Nearly a head there for Chuaki. He was wide open there right at the 6.
That was dangerous, really dangerous. Emerson forwards got mismarked. Husson was left questioning when that ball was entering the 18.
Chamberlain gets his pocket pick. Still chance here for the Eagles. They're going to pressure this one. Molina will step to that. This one sent up towards where Molina just vacated. Chuaki and Infante battling for it back there. And Infante will win that battle. We have 50-50 one. Nice little touch there from Chalate to Puerta. Another nice pass up the wing towards Molina. Eagles running room. Jopez wide open on the backside. Just doesn't manage to get it across. I think that one went out.
That was great midfield play by Chalante. He's the reason the Eagles got all the way down there. Two little touches, but those little touches turned into big gains for these Husson Eagles.
And I think they're going to choose to just try to get this one way up there. Not liking this Eagles pressure.
We got coaches going at it down on the sideline right now.
And these two teams definitely battling out there on the field. This one sent into the middle here. And offsides flag goes up. Maxwell had some room in front of him. Step or two too far. Head coach Liam McCursey, his first year as the head coach for this Emerson team. Third year with the team. That one will be knocked wide by Emerson. Great step there from Molina. Clear that one for now. Puerta with it. Chip it right over a player. Chamberlain with it now. Puerta takes it there. He's going to get this one up the sideline. No one up top. Lopez coming streaming in. And it's been running all around up there up top. Nice pass there in the middle. Taken away by Dubal. Puerta, nice little move in the inside now. Got a player on skates out there. Mate sends this one across to Morales. Giving it back to Morales now in the middle. Little turn. Player on his back. Gets it taken away. Double team out there. Fonte gets put on skates right back. Infante trying to get there first. Maxwell makes it around him. Infante's got to be careful. They'll call the advantage, send it back up the field.
If that was issued to 11, that would be his second. Can't tell exactly who it was given to, but the ref was looking at 11.
Issued to Emerson's number 11, Thomas Chewaki.
That's the big center forward for them. Been chippy up top that whole time. I don't think that one was a foul, sort of say, but more there was some words said to the ref on that one. This game continues to kind of build up. Two teams right from the first whistle and going at it out there on the pitch. This one sent over the top. Nice header there by Chamberlain. Second ball won by Emerson, though. Lopez with it here. He's got Penny on his left. Tries to send a through ball to him. Penny with the foot race here. And that one cleared wide. Penny can definitely turn on the Jets. Not the biggest guy out on the field. But he just comes streaking in there. Finds Porta in the middle. Over to Masamango. Masamango makes a nice little move. Sends one over the top to Morales. Morales with the footwork. Eventually get cross over here. Makes its way past the first defender. Tries to get back middle. Good clearance there. That one was rolling its way off far sideline. And Leonardo D'Amico will re-enter this one for Hugo Lopez. D'Amico,
Entered the game for the Eagles.
savior for the Eagles in the last game. Can he do it again in this one? Broke the dead knot in that one as well with the late goal. And it'll be Morales taking the corner kick. Nico scored in the 82nd minute in that game. Morales out there for the corner kick. Going to send this one into the middle, cleared away by Chuaki. Mate will get there first for the Eagles. Chamberlain, nice move around. He finds Morales. Eagles trying to push this one up the side. Finds Penny. Penny trying to send one across. Mate will lose that one in the middle. Rocky sends the ball up the wing to Maxwell, who's been fast up there. And that will stop the clock. Masamongo just a little bit late there on that foul. That could definitely be a costly one. It'll be just a yellow for Masamongo.
The yellow card
that
issued
might
to
be
Husson's number 6, Mosi Masimango.
I think for a different player out there, Masamongo definitely the player who's kind of making friends out there rather than making enemies. I think for a different guy out there, that could easily have been a red card.
That's a challenge he had to make, though. 2-on-1, coming back. Emerson got that cross off. It could have been very dangerous, 1-on-0 with the keeper.
Great tackle, though, for Masamongo. But will be awarded the yellow. This one will be sent in off of the wall. This will be high over the top of the crossbar. That could have been a dangerous little kind of top spin ball. Will be a corner kick.
Total of 8 yellow cards. 6 yellow cards, excuse me, handed out so far. 4 for Emerson, 2 for the Eagles. It's been that type of game for both these teams.
And trying for the bicycle kick. Didn't manage to get fully on it. Will be number 31, Beckett Parkin, freshman, making his debut here for the Eagles late in this one. 11 minutes play, 1-1. At this point, I don't think we're going to be seeing some of those starters coming back into this one.
On the play, entering the game for the Eagles, number 31, Beckett Parkin.
I think Coach Penny's going to let his
Emerson,
players
number 19, Evan Lee.
finish this one out as Masamongo will depart. Coach Penny doesn't want Masamongo potentially getting that second yellow card, a red card. He'd miss a game out there.
The only starter still out there is that Eagles back line.
Molina and Infante both still out there, as well as Dubahal and Rettsteiner. Full central midfield, wings and attackers have exited this one. Or Morales is still out there. Morales started out on that left wing. Rettsteiner will scoop that one up. Wouldn't be surprised if Molina and Infante both finish this one.
That's what they normally do. Play the whole 90, go 110% the whole time.
Coach Penny, not a coach who's going to throw in the towel. He's rather going to let these other guys try to win this game like they did versus Wentworth. This one sent way up there. Nice header there from Dubahal.
Maxwell was offsides when that ball was kicked. That's why he didn't put any effort into grabbing it in the air.
And Dubahal steps to that one, trying to make its way around a couple players. He'll get up the line off of an Emerson player. That will be Eagles' ball.
If it comes down to it, that borderline goal that we saw from Emerson in the first half is going to be lingering in this Husson mind, as they clearly didn't think it went in.
Substitutions entering the game for Emerson.
We didn't get a good view of it,
Timothy
but
Wald. And into the game for the Eagles, number 34, Alex Bryant.
think we're getting a yellow card for equipment. No shin guards. It's an automatic card.
And Alex Bryant will also enter the
Yellow
game
card
for
issued to
Infante.
Emerson's
He'll
number 3,
assume
Emmett
the
Lowell.
captain's role. Graduate student. It's not exactly how you want some of your first minutes in the game to go. Coming in and getting a yellow card without even making a play on the ball. And Nico knocked down there. Back to back. Gets a yellow card and then fouls a player.
I mean, we talked about it earlier in this half. Coming on after seeing your teammates get bumped around a whole lot. 6 yellow cards dished out. And Husson subs have done a good job with that. Bewald steps right on, gets a yellow and a foul in the first 10 seconds.
A nice step there from Parkin. Freshman out of Bangor, Maine. A local boy. Played a lot of his soccer just under a mile from here.
Sure, only gas money was spent to bring him in. Gavin Penny. Sure, he attends a lot of Bangor High games.
Nice pass there from Parkin to Chamberlain. Chamberlain makes a move inside. They'll try to find Penny. Penny too hard over the top of D'Amico's head. He'll be called for the offsides. Couple nice plays here from Parkin early on. As Puerta will step in front and knock that one away. Chamberlain scoops it up. Nice sliding play to clear that one. Those are the kind of plays that Chamberlain makes out there. And Maxwell moving past Bryant. Bryant, big guy out there, not exactly a speed demon. Maxwell could be a matchup problem for him on that backside. Maxwell's been fast this whole game. Penny will send this back to Morales. Parkin with it now, trying to go through the middle. He'll split a couple defenders, make its way to Puerta. A nice run by Parkin right there to be fouled and keep going with the ball. The Eagles take it quick over to Morales. See them do that quite a bit. Not waste any time.
They're liking those wing matchups with Morales. He gets it in deep and tries to get across. Looks like we're going to see, looks like a foul on Emerson.
You know how most of this game we talked about the Eagles not having a whole lot of height out there. Alex Bryant is kind of the exception. 6'2", 215. He's definitely a guy who can go in and win a header, even with players draped all over him. I think they'll be trying to find him on this one. It goes inside and score for the Eagles as Pedro Molina, the defender who's played the whole game, gets a foot on it and scores. As all eyes were on Bryant. And Molina
Pedro Molina
cuts in front
Assist
and
with number
scores
22,
for the
Miguel
Eagles.
Morales.
What a play for them. 5:26 left on this clock. The Eagles yet again late in a game.
We still got 5:26 left. The Eagles can't hold their heads up too high right now. You got to dig in their heels. Play great defense in these last 5 minutes. Emerson's going to come on full attack.
At this point, this Emerson team is no holds bars back at 3-1 losses, as bad for them as a 2-1 loss. So they are going to be going full attack on the Eagles. Bryant wins that header. Molina, the goal scorer, gets on the end of it. Parkin there will clear this one off of an Emerson player. Kept in, though, and a foul will be called against Emerson.
It looks like Molina got cleated right on top, right where there's no protection. I'm sure he'll get up, try to complete this game. Maybe I jinxed him a little bit, but.
As the athletic trainer will head out there. And now the Eagles, it's taking a minute. Those are definitely the ones that can hurt as a player, getting kind of hit right. Not sure if it hit him on the top of the foot, kind of the knee area. And Molina, just moments after kind of scoring that big goal for the Eagles, gets hit pretty hard on the backside.
This is big right here. If he can't finish the game, now you're down Pedro and Shumway. But it looks like he's
gonna walk this one off. I see Infante down here in front of the booth. He'll probably replace Molina out there. Obviously, you don't want to take Molina out of a game, but at the same time, you're leading this one, non-conference match. No reason to take your star defender, try to push him through the rest of this. We've seen with Molina, though, definitely kind of an iron horse out there. He's walking this one off. 17 for 4 and 12 for 38. Arik Weinstein will go in up top, replace Penny.
I think they're actually going to drop him back. They're going to go with the one striker up top. Repad that back line for Pedro coming off.
Morales, I think, will move more central potentially. Morales might actually be moving up to this kind of wing position. Or actually, he was subbed off there. No, he's just going to run right over to here.
There's some miscommunication between the coaches and the players.
And Latte will get on the end of it. The Eagles here moving up on offense all of a sudden. This one sent out to Parkin in the middle. Sends one over the top towards Chamberlain. This one's going to be a foot race to the corner. And that will be Eagles ball down to the far side. The Eagles are definitely going to take their time on this one. 4 minutes and counting now. Sent into Parkin. Parkin out wide to Morales. Dubahal, that is. Dubahal turning on the Jets and trying to get back here. As Bryant will step in front of that. Play still, player goes down. A lot of contact with the ball, though. Latte pokes this one out. Emerson at the top will take a shot off of a couple players. That one will go wide off of the support system out there.
How about the play of Alex Bryant? These last 2 games, he's been a clutch time defender. Does it again today, shutting down that counterattack.
That one taking a hit off of an Eagles player. Will be a corner kick here. 3:15. Big opportunity here for Emerson as this one into the middle. Rechsteiner up and gets it as he gets his hands on that one. As Rechsteiner just sends this one to the moon, way up there. I don't think D'Amico kind of ran into him. D'Amico playing as just kind of that lone striker. Like you said, Eagles moved in back into kind of a 4 back line. Wingers up there as well. This one's going to find its way to Rechsteiner. He'll take his time picking this one up. Over to Infante. He finds Weinstein on far left. He's going to send this one up the middle towards D'Amico. D'Amico seems to be dragging a little bit up there on offense.
Husson's discipline is going to have to come in play in these last 2 minutes. We've seen it get chippy. You don't want to take any fouls, any cards in these last 2 minutes, or it could open up a chance.
Finds D'Amico, who's going to take a second shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. He almost closed the door on Emerson right there. And a low kick on that one. Trapped by Emerson. Puerta in the middle. Dragged down, no foul. Missed tackle by this one high. Another one of those Rechsteiner plays. And he's going to put Masamongo back in there. Wants that defensive veteran presence, I think especially with Molina out of this game. Masamongo, that is, multiple-time defensive player of the week for this Eagles team.
That's exactly where Masamongo's going to, right in between the midfielders in the back line.
He'll play as almost a fifth defender out there at this point in the game for the Eagles. No reason to try to get up on offense. D'Amico fouled on that one. The Eagles will take their time bringing this one forward. I think Bryant's probably a good guy to pick that one up. I don't think anyone's going to come over and try to mess with him. One out to Weinstein. He's just going to send this one up the field. That's a good kind of hit up there. I think he's trying to get that wide of the box. Good kick on there. Minute left in this one. Weinstein sky high. Nate Chamberlain gets on the end of it. And Dubahal will step to that. Masamongo right in there as well. And Chamberlain knocks that one wide. Every throw-in will cost time for this team. Pass over the top towards Maxwell. Borderline foul call on that one. Coach McPersey here sending everybody up. Even the goalkeeper's moving his way up to midfield. This one sent backside and scored for Emerson as the clock goes off. And Emerson scores with 20 seconds in this one, sends the whole team, gets the second chance opportunity.
We got a yellow card for a celebration for Emerson.
Yellow card issued to Emerson's number 17, Cameron Arendt, entering the game for the Lions. Number 10.
And that was a very, very clutch goal there from Aaron Tyler.
Scored by number 7, Aaron Tyler.
We had talked about it. Those corner kicks could be dangerous this whole game. And finally, Emerson sending everybody gets that late one. So Mongo's going to send one way up there.
And now Husson's in a weird position where they went defense.
7 seconds. As this one will come to an end. Coach Penny will try to diffuse this situation a little bit between these two teams. Have been fighting this whole game.
Extracurricular going on.
Players, return to your benches.
And both teams and coaches trying to get off the field here. Those more level-headed guys ending this one in what has been a battle all day. 2-2 finish to this one. A very close game for the entirety of it. teams. Definitely a strong battle out there, but we'll be back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network soon as the Eagles will be taking on Thomas College in a couple weeks. They'll be visiting Worcester State University soon. Thank you and have a good rest of your days. This has been Husson Eagles Sports Network. Avery Henningsen alongside Caden Trenowith.